Hey, how's it going? It's me. It's your boy Goji, and I feel like I haven't really been showing off the fact that I can draw. In fact, last time I've actually done anything that involved drawing was like a month ago. From the zipline thing. Um, and it's because like I think it's because the laptops are like really hard to just hold over a piece of paper and then press the button. Yeah, this thing fucking sucks. But yeah, because I haven't really been showing off the fact that I can draw, I'll pull out some drawings. Then I'm gonna forcefully show them to you. By the way, I don't. I think the crack shows up on camera, but yeah. I found this cup in the trash. I just saw it sticking out, and it was like this. Where it was kind of only showing this side where it doesn't have cracks. I was like, "Oh, what's wrong with it?" And I pull it out, and like I'm expecting to see like the entire like half of it gone, but it's mostly still intact. So I like rinsed it off, and I was like, "Okay, this is mine now." Because fucking always wanted a mug, don't have a mug. All I have is these cheap ass plastic cups. I almost got Pikachu on it, but yeah, I've always wanted a mug. Um, uh, on top of glassware and stuff. I've just been sort of keeping all the liquor shit or all the glass shit because I like glass. I think it looks cool. Like this is Crown Royal. I picked this out the trash too because it was a family thing. Look at that! Like I know that it's probably just a mold or some shit, but I kind of like it. I think it's neat. Just gave myself lice, no problem. So anyway, and also it's very hard to see because I have goddamn shades on. And then see ah so yeah, I'm trying my very best to draw. Wait, no, this isn't. Why'd I throw them in weird order? I'm sorry. I'm very like. Is this a blank sheet of fucking paper? That's a blank sheet of paper. Oh my god. I have a pile. You probably saw me shift all the. Yeah, no, the paper's in frame. You can see. Does that have my name on it? No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I keep trying to do my best to draw shit, right? I have this, which is you see, because I like to draw, alternate whatevers, right? Fucking trying to see the goddamn screen. I need to turn the brightness up. Oh look, see, you can tell. Okay, making a full screen on my screen. See, look, it's all dim. So yeah, as you can see, like I like to draw alternate realities or something like that because it's unfinished because I couldn't be asked, but it's still bothering me. You see, there's this thing right here that's dripping nectar or some sort of honey-like substance. Then there's this giant reptilian motherfucker that's got weird ass eyes and sharp teeth. And my internal lore for this, right, is that this specific creature, right, it's omnivorous, but it doesn't really chew on plants, but more like just drinks sap and whatnot for all the glucose and whatnot. He's kind of like a vampire, he just like all that sort of shit. So that's why he's got sharp teeth and not like flat teeth. Oh, that felt weird. Oh my god. But yeah. Oh, and then there. I think that is. I guess you could call it a trope that usually when I draw big hulking figures, drooling, there's always something to collect the drool. Oh, and I thought that this was a pretty neat detail where because like is kind of directing the honey to go down a certain way, and then like what the fuck is that? Oh yeah, and like I made these three like uh foreground, middle background, and then like this would be foreground, middle background, and then he's in the background. I thought that was I think that's pretty cool because I'm trying to practice like layers with perspective. Oh my god, you can see both fans in full. That's incredible. And my balls are in frame. That's gay. And then on the back, because I'm trying to, I want to learn how to draw weapons. You see, because this is going to be like continuation of this, right? But he's sort of like, like levering his knife like down a throat or something. Like, I thought that would be pretty sick. And then we come to this because I'm trying really hard to do realism in faces and shapes and whatnot. This vaguely reminds me of a boxer. I don't remember which one. I don't know if it's Mike or if it's Muhammad, but yeah, it's one of those. I know it's a fighter because he's in my head as a fighter. This is a thing where I just sort of like to draw people with, screaming. That scream didn't sound right. Like that kind. But obviously, I would go louder, but it's nighttime and I sound like a child, so never mind. But I'm really good at drawing people punching at other people. Like, look at that form. That's shit. But I like the fact that I do that because on boxing gloves, you don't have that. The normal boxing gloves, because it is just padding in a circle. But then, like in MMA, kickboxing, they have kickboxing, no, but in MMA, they have the the thing where it's more like contoured to your hand, because you're not just, but you're also grabbing and shit like that. By the way, I think that's pretty sick. Like I think that that's pretty cool because then that sort of makes MMA just like, it is like, okay, you know what? We have regulations and somewhat to make sure you don't fuck them up too bad, but you're also pretty much just gonna fight that dude. Do whatever you can to win. Just don't pluck his eyes out. Don't kick his balls. All that sort of shit. I think that's pretty cool. But anyway, fucking blank page, motherfucker. So then I tried again with faces, but this time I have trouble taking up an entire page. I usually just do small doodles. And I like to practice with using the entire page, which is why that's why these pictures are so fucking huge. But yeah, then I tried to distort him into a way that, see, look, the teeth aren't even. I wanted to distort him in a way that kind of reminds me of, was it Dali? I think it might have been Salvador Dali, where he has, the guy that, but then there was also this other guy that I was watching a video of while I was doing this, where what he'll do is he'll take a human and then like he'll just break it in ways that are different. I think it's more industrious, or maybe it's just rotting. But what he'll do is he'll distort a thing until that it's human, but it's wrong, but it's not uncanny valley. It's more like, well, that's vaguely human, but it's not trying to be human. In fact, it looks like it was once human. And I think that's pretty sick. And then this guy, one of my gag pictures is what I've taken to calling them. Like just now, where like he's really fucking hairy. Now, while I was doing this, I was thinking of a hypothetical that I might ask someone. Is Would you rather have eyelashes the length of the hair on your head, or hair on the head the length of your eyelashes? Now, the thing is, people do like that haircut, so I don't really know, but I'm just saying, I personally would prefer to have eyelashes the length of the hair on my head. Just think that'd be cool. Because, like, could you imagine, like, if you don't want to look at somebody, you could just, because in my head, right, in order to get around this, maybe what you could do is you could just take the top eyelid and then just, like, flip it over and then just don't bend down. But then, like, if if you wanted to ignore somebody, you could just, like, flip down and the shit would cover and you're like, no. But then again, they could just, like, fucking, I mean, I think that the point, like, if I were to go farther with this hypothetical, maybe, like, it grows the same rate as the hair on your head, so you would have to cut it more. And then, like, that's just the added danger of, like, fucking, okay, well, are you willing to put something sharp not 2 inches away from your eye? I would. I would. That would be fucking sick. Because that is the most metal shit I can think of. Like, I almost took off my shades. Holy fuck. I should not talk about eyes. But, like, that's the most metal shit I could think of, where you, like, take your eyelid and, what are they called? Eyelashes, and then just, like, not even a centimeter and a half away from your face, and then just, that would be so fucking sick. But then, like, you know, I don't know if people still do it, but, like, you know, the old dance move where it's like, yeah, then, like, you could add something to that, like, probably been done already by someone's auntie. That's really uncomfortable. That really hurts. But anyhow, and then you see, because I was having a very hard time, you know, drawing with pencil and whatnot. My practice. Wait, is that empty? No, that's math. But what I like to do is whenever I'm having trouble, like, with pencil and whatnot, like like this, right? You know, because I take too long to just sort of, like, I rely on the eraser too much sometimes. And, you know, what I like to do is I practice drawing in pen, because that's how I've been drawing it for years. And it's only recently that, you know, I've gotten access to pencils and erasers, or at least just pencils with erasers. Like, when I was a kid, right, I was broke. So what I would have to do was, because I still like to draw. So what I would do is every time I drew something, I would have to get it right, or at least good, the first time around, or else, you know, the drawing's just gonna be shit. So, because I didn't have that luxury of an eraser. In fact, like, every time I got an eraser, I didn't push down very hard, because, you know, they were hard to come by. But pencils are actually really easy to come by. I'm gonna tell this story now, because not only is this showcasing what I drew this week, but I'm also gonna rant about shit, because I can, and it's 2 a.m, and fucking whatever. It only takes like 20-40 minutes at most to upload this. I think. I forgot. Anyway. Yeah, this is something that I still do to this day, and that's why I have such an abundance of utensils. I mean, some of those I stole from my brother because he was throwing them away for absolutely no reason. But, like, oh boy. Something that I'll do is whenever I'm walking, because I was born broke, right? Born and raised broke, you tend to look down when you're walking, and also because, like, I was raised in the city, or born in the city. Fucking, I don't know, but When I was in Hawaii, I would walk through cities, and like whenever I was in the country, then I would, look up around. But I tend to look around like when I'm, done, or what's it called? Idle. Like when I'm stopped, and then I'll just, because like when you're not moving, and even if you are moving, and like you notice that there's really nothing for you down, then you should look up, like just to let people know I'm aware what's going on right now. Um, Ready for whatever comes. Like, freaking, that's actually a really good tip. I think because people won't rob you if they know that you're spatially aware. That's that's an unverified fact, but I'm pretty sure that I have gotten out of a lot of muggings simply by looking like I know what's around me. You know, yeah. As a kid, I would always be looking down, walking, and every once in a while, you know, I don't know why I say as a kid because I've always been doing it. I'm always doing it now. But you know what? When you live life like me, you tend to look at the ground because you notice that there's a lot of shit on the ground, and then like sometimes you pick up the shit. I don't mean like shit like normal shit, but I've gotten a lot of cool shit just by looking on the ground. And even then, just knowing what's on the ground, like friggin', I stepped on this screw, friggin' forever ago, and I walked past a wreck, and I found this. It's a mirror. It's been shown twice because I'm really proud that I've seen it. Because it's just really cool. And I feel like more people should be looking. Actually, no, none of you should be looking at the ground. I'm looking at the ground, and if you're all looking at the ground, then there's nothing on the ground for me. So look up. Yeah, and shit, sometimes you find really useful shit. I found this looking at the ground. This thing, cartridge full of whatever. Like, looking at the ground is really fucking useful. I find half my shit on the ground. I keep looking for shit, but I don't really think I want to look for shit because this whole rant is dragging on. But you see, yeah, what you usually come across, like when you're looking at the ground, is you don't really see pencil, you don't really see erasers, like this. Actually, every time I find an eraser, it's always, like this, where it's white, it's a brick. Sometimes it might be a little stiff, it's dirty, all that. But like I found that one on the floor. I know that for sure. Didn't buy that one. Yeah. So whenever I found an eraser, I'm always like really, delicate with it. Not only because like I'm afraid of, using it too fast, but I'm also like really scared that I might bend the paper, therefore ruining the entire thing, right? And it's just the way I am. But sometimes when I rely on the eraser too much, I'll go back to my old ways, and like because I have a pencil, it's become second nature. Like when I mess up, I'll turn it around because like my better judgment tells me, well, you have an eraser and you fucked up, why don't you use it? So then what I'll do is I'll start drawing in solid pen. And this is what I did. This is all today. And let me step in. I'm not going to take off my shades. This is going to be really hard. So I started off with this, right? Because I was looking at emojis the other day, and I noticed that they draw their eyes like this. Or those art emojis, like it's not an official emoji, but like, someone drew it in the color scheme or some shit. Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at these kinds of eyes and I was really fascinated by it. I was like, okay, what would it look like if I did that? And then kind of looks like a me from Wii. And then, you know, because I wanted to draw a nose and a mouth. So, but I'm not good at drawing noses yet. So I put a ladybug. And because I drew her cross-eyed, I needed to have her look at something. So it was like nose. And what flies on noses? Bugs. And then ladybug. But see, and this is supposed to be a scarf or a cup or something. But this is around her head, right? And this is because I fucked up her mouth. And then I fucked it up again. But yeah, then there's this. And then what I did next was this wireframe dude. Because I saw this on hashtag artist help on Instagram. Where like, you know how you start with solid shapes, right? So I saw something that, you know, has a big old circle or oval to represent, you know, the flat side of the front. And then, you know, they have the line going down to represent the spine. And the lines coming out to represent the shoulders. And I think the way they did it was that they kind of lined it up at the hip. But I feel like the hips and the legs just sort of get bullshitted. Because, you know, sometimes I actually have a book. I don't know why I don't read it because, well, no, I know why they don't read it because they use a lot of bullshit language. Or smart people language, I should say. It's not really bullshit. It's just that, like, I conceive it to be bullshit because I talk weird and I don't use textbook English. So smart people talk. But basically the hips just sort of end up being, you know, a disc, which sort of like defeats the purpose of even having, you know, a wireframe. I mean, at least that's what I say. And by the way, skeletal and wireframe just sort of, you know, flip together in my head. But you see, I actually tried to make it look like, because the book that it came with. Oh wait, I took the box out the front. I could just grab it. Oh, crap. I had better not have broken the door. That'd be really bad. Wait, nothing has my name on it, right? I should be fine. So, yeah. Figure drawing. And you'll notice that with this, right, I've sort of made it similar in shape to, like, if you could look at that if you look at the midsection, yeah, kind of more of a circle. Don't worry about this. I tried to draw a face on it. And then there's really shit. That's a very awkward pose. And this is probably exciting a lot of attention. But okay, so basically, right, whoa, the saturation's going all over the fucking place. That's actually really sick. But anyway, I tried to draw eyes, and nah, it didn't come out. Because you see, the ink from my blue is... This is the one I haven't opened yet. But the ink from my blue is really dark, and I was expecting it to be lighter. So what I did was I started out with the whites of the eyes, right? And then I put a dot in the middle, and then I, you know, put blue around it in a circle. And I thought it would give it, like, really nice blue eyes, but it didn't. And then, of course, I was trying to figure out, I'm still trying to figure out how to draw lips, right? So, you know, this. Then I tried to attempt this, you know, someone biting their lip with their fang or fucking whatever. Don't worry about it. And yeah, it didn't work out. And later on, I just sort of added these eyes because I thought it sort of looked like a donkey's lip, which might work because this could just be from perspective and it could just be flat, but just like it's turned out a certain way where it kind of looks straight. Like you're out of my peripheral. I don't know if my shit works, but anyway. And then, so basically, while I was trying to do lips, I just sort of made a red blob. And then I just drew a little thing in between it. I'm going to move this so I can put my leg on the bed. Thank you. And then while I was doing this, I drew this hand really shit. And then I came up here and I was like, okay, because I was looking at something but I was thinking of something quite tantalizing, I should say. And I was thinking, okay, well, what's the sort of face that I make when I see something tantalizing? And it's more of it really helps if you could see my actual eyes, but I'm not going to do that. And at this angle, I actually look like a goddamn triangle, which is different because at every other angle, I look like a circle. Oh, fuck, you can see my scruff. You can see how it's thinner at the one spot. At least my neck beard isn't as bad. I look Omega Asian right now. But yeah, it's basically this. And you probably noticed it right off the bat, but he's doing this, right? How many fingers am I holding up? Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco? Yeah. Basically, I just fucked up anatomy really bad. And that's why I was like, fuck. There was that. I need to stop bursting out in loud. I'm gonna get in fucking trouble one of these days. But anyway. And then I drew this bull because for absolutely no reason I remembered what bull asses look like, because it's kind of like a T, or spines, it's like spine split, bah, and then the legs. So then but then like I started at the head, so I didn't have enough space to do ass before I got to the hand. And of course I made the legs omega long, and I really like when nice soft, I mean not soft, but circular hooves, ovular, that doesn't sound right. But anyway, and then of course I want to do something with the tail, and so this fly got whipped so hard that its guts are flying out. Because if anybody's ever whipped a goddamn fly against a wall, then you'll know that guts go everywhere. In fact, if you squashed anything on the wall, can I see the whites of my eyes in the... You can, but only if I open it really big. It's really tiring sitting here. And this... Hey, welcome to Zoom class mode. You can see me in the reflection. That's disgusting. Oh my god. But anyway, yeah, freaking the back's weird. I don't want to show, but oh yeah, and there's this. I tried to do a weird glitch effect. It's better in camera actually, because you can see the blue, black, red in this sort of bacon wavelength format. I just realized that my face takes up the other half of the screen. I'm very sorry. But anyway, yeah, there's that. I thought that was pretty sick. Then I drew a caterpillar, and it was actually really good. You can kind of see it through the hairs, but I drew a pretty good caterpillar, but I still wanted to go for some of that surrealism biology is what I'm going to call it now, where I kind of just draw something that just mashes together shit. I think it's called Greek mythology in art and smart people terms. But yeah, so I drew a caterpillar or worm type thing, and then I gave it chicken legs in the front, and I gave it a weird eye, and then I gave it hair because have you ever seen any of those like caterpillars that look like they got the thorns on them? I was like, okay, what if that but flaccid, and that's what this was. That's what that was. And I don't know what I did with the papers, but I've been trying to draw a furry OC for the longest time. But it's really weird because I've never seen a fox in my entire life, and that's what I want to draw because I think foxes look cool, and I think wolves are fucking basic. Never seen a wolf either. So I wouldn't really know, but I know that canines are very canine and feline species are very common in furry OCs. But I don't want to go like too weird, like fucking pangolin or some shit, because spines are really fucking hard to draw. And I don't want to do a fucking hedgehog because just no. One. I can do the voice, kind of. Not really. You goddamn son of a bitch, Eggman. No, that was horrible. That sounded more like Chris. But anyway, let me cover this. There's this. You see, I am having a very hard time drawing snouts. This is for my OCs, right? Oh wait, I just skipped over an entire fucking. This is actually the best part of this paper. I feel this dude with a mask on. Now, I was sort of thinking of the Dream SMP when I did this, or like Dream, the way that people draw Dream, and because I saw this one picture of he's sort of standing there, and he's got like the plaster plate face, and got the. By the way, can I just say that I think that Dream fan art is really cool when it's like that, because you got to realize, like, all they really saw was like a glorified stick figure on a green thing. In fact, I like to interpret Dream as like a green creature, like not a green hoodie, just a green creature, right? And then like fucking never mind, fucking I would have to have drawn it for it to make any sense, my description. But yeah, and then the reason that I'm trying very hard to draw an OC is one, so I could actually show it here, but also because I've been hanging out with furries a lot, like as research, but also just because I like furries. By the way, thriving on the internet is coming back, I hope. Nobody really gives a shit, but all I know is that more people watched that than my shit now. And I enjoyed making it because I've been here quite a sizable amount of time, and even then I've been exposed to enough dead memes that I can kind of understand the past. But yeah, so I've been hanging out with furries, and I made a friend, and he's a protogen. Wow, can I just say that protos are the coolest hardcore furries, like, in the entire fandom? Because like friggin' like there are hardcore furries. I've been hanging out with hardcore furries. They still freak me out. Like, look, furries, I love furries, but you also freak me out sometimes. So I don't know, like diaper furries, that's the kind that are into all that kink shit other than just furry. But I think that, by the way, if we're gonna give furries shit about anthropomorphizing animals, can we give like protos and scalies like some sort of fucking pass? Can we give them a pass? Because like I've seen many geckos in my life, and I physically cannot stick my dick in it, which is like that's a common misconception, or maybe it's not a misconception, and I think it's actually true. I think they call themselves zoophiles, but basically they're into bestiality, which is disgusting, ew. But like, ugh. And it's happened all throughout history, so I don't really give a shit. St. Jerry the goat fucker. The bitch that fucked Minotaur. Bull of Minos. Yeah. That made the Minotaur. But, yeah, I don't really care, even though that's technically abuse, because, no, it is abuse, because cats can't consent. Or dogs, or I see dogs getting, I think I hear of dogs getting fucked more. I don't know why I said see. Because I think I say see because, you know, I read about people fucking dogs. I don't really, like, you know, hear about it. I read, and so I say see. But anyway, holy shit, this is like half an hour. I shouldn't have spent that much time talking about my childhood. But anyway, like protogens, like that's a fucking robot. That should be a whole different category. It's actually a mixture between, you know, just technophile and furry. I believe it's a whole different thing, honestly. But it's just because it's got a tail and ears. Yeah, fucking. I like protos. Protos are cool because they're also the most sick looking. They got neon fucking eyes. I don't know if you're hearing this for the first time, but if you look up proto furry, that shit's sick. Like, I don't know what'll come up on Google Images, but that shit's pretty sick. Like, I like looking at it. It's cool. It's got that aesthetic, you know? It's like cyberpunk, but like furry, or like, what is it, Vaporwave or Outrun? I think it's Outrun, but it's like furry and it's sick. But yeah, there's a friend of mine, a friend I made. So I drew his OC. Now you see, the thing is, like, because the way that his proto works is that it doesn't have like jaw hinges. It just sort of holds up whatever it can hold, whatever it can eat, like in front of the snoot, and then it just sort of absorbs all the shit. He can only eat motherboards and gold and shit. I think that's really sick. Can we just say that, like, creative things such as furries and, you know, shit like that comes up with the coolest shit in the fucking world? I mean, that's like thinking of robots that can do shit, and then like having some sort of, you know, although bullshit, you could have some sort of reason. I think that's really cool. Either way, fucking whatever. And then up here in this top corner, I drew this. Yeah, I fucked up her face too and her head, but I drew that because I'm very sexually frustrated. Okay, enough with that. And I just realized that I skipped another good part of the paper. Like, look at that zit. Look at that popped zit. Look at them nails. Look at the blood. Look at the shit that just gushes out. Look at that. That's incredible. Only thing that I hate about it is that the acne, or only thing I hate about it is that the zit is, you know, disgusting. But fuck, I don't have an editing software that is. But I remember that back in I want to say 2018, I used to have this. There's this giant ass fucking zit, like right here. Like, it was huge, right? And fucking, I didn't want to just keep squeezing at it, so I, you know, started poking at it with my nail. And, you know, I guess that sort of brought everything up to the top, because then I squeezed it in front of the mirror, and then it bled so hard. Like, fucking, it looked sick. It looked like I got shot in the face, you know? I had blood, you know, just coming straight down my fucking nose, like down the side. It went all the way down to my chest. It was so cool. And then, like, history repeated itself, because 2019 or 2020, I think it was January. No. It was either early January. was either early 2019 or early 2020. But either way, I had a really big one on my cheek, other cheek. Yeah, no, this cheek. And it was like the exact same thing, but over here, right? And I squeezed, and then it came all the way fucking down. It was so sick. But, you know, it was also gross. And I made the joke, oh, 2018, I'm going to have one on the other side to be like Jesus. Or some shit. I don't know. It was, I took the pictures. I have the pictures. They're somewhere in my photos. Only thing is that I don't have these on in them because didn't do that shit yet. So there's that. I might as well go the last 5 minutes. Who gives a shit? Last 5 minutes. People see these 30-minute shits and they don't even give a fuck anyway. So I'm making a website, and I think that I can't really keep going because my phone had all the footage. And I'd rather fucking sit down. Now you are gonna get the really shitty Zoom call experience. Because, you know, last 4 minutes, I don't care. Paper. But anyhow. Okay, so there's this. I kind of wanted to be like Stranger in a Strange Land-esque. And if you're looking at the back, it's because, what the fuck is that? I'm doing a new album called Shush. Because, I mean, one, because it's a really, whatchamacallit name where it's like, whoa, the power. You know, that sort of title and shit like that. And of course, you know, I tried to draw a face. I think it came out pretty good, like Che Guevara kind. You know, minimalist style, you know, just using the shadows to make shapes. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty good, actually. Like, I was saying earlier that, you know, the lips are actually really hard for me, but I think I got pretty lucky with the lips. And on this side, I wanted it to be, because I'm making a website also, and I'm writing my lore onto the website with Wix.com, you know, just see, like, if it's actually any good. So yeah, there's that, and it was going pretty well, and then I dropped my phone in the fucking toilet, so I can't record it, and I don't think that the footage ever got exported to Google Photos, so I can't just download it. And even then, I'm trying to take up least amount of space as I can on this device because it's not my device. By the way, yes, I have Ukes. Anyway, Stranger in a Strange Land. Because you see, the thing is, I got stuck on the moon for a very long time, and I just sort of watched the Earth grow. And I have a minute. This was a terrible idea. Why did I start on this? Whoa. And then I have this sort of comic that I want to do. I was gonna do one of those pseudo animation bullshits with KindMaster, where it just sort of zooms in really quickly, and it's sort of like a moving comic. And you know, it's a real real ass fight scene, and I'm trying my best to like do all the cool shit in like anime and that sort of stuff, but then like also do different shit. And I guess I started drawing skeletons and I got bored or couldn't do anything. 30 seconds left. Fuck it. First time I've ever gotten this far. Can I show one last drawing? Stabilize. fuck it, 10 seconds, whatever. Yep.